Well, it's funny. I realized that I hadn't hit the go live button and I hadn't gone live yet, so then I was sitting there looking at the camera and then I put it back on the thing and on the little intro doohickey and yeah, I didn't realize that anyway. Happy New Year. Um I had already started in on some little discussion and then I realized I wasn't live and Uh, that's okay. Um, hope this looks fairly good. We are at Highmark Stadium. Uh, um, and I might as well just talk about why I have that up there. Well, for one thing, um, I mentioned in my last broadcast around Christmas time that I was investing in some new hardware, and so I now have the new hardware and it can handle some extra fun and games. So, um, thus, I can do myself looking over Highmark Stadium soon to be demolished. You can see the new one um, right over. Nope, it's this one. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah, that's going to be the new stadium. So, um, and they'll probably start demolishing this soon. Not until after the AFC Championship game. There's still a slim possibility that they could host that, being the sixth seed and all, but it would take some upsets galore, including, well, I don't know, their game against Jacksonville. I don't know where the line stands, but it was Buffalo was a slight favorite there, so I guess even in terms of 3 versus 6, they're underdogs, but the money somewhere probably around even at the moment. But anyway, um, so yeah, well, like I said, new hardware. Um, Hoping that will get rid of some glitches that I tended to have when I was running my contests on here, trying to show those things. The PC was starting to get um, pretty angry when it had too much stuff going on. Uh, throwing Excel and three other things on in the background. Well, three other things, at least two. You got to have the thing the program that sort of encodes the video. Then you got to have YouTube up so you can look at chat when someone chats with you, like Larry is. Um, Greetings for sure. So all these things going on, and the hardware was pretty, by the terms of technology, it was fairly old. And so we're up to snuff now. I can not only do this now, I have the opportunity to do some computer gaming that I had kind of put off for a long time. So I don't know. I don't know how much I am going to do of that. Kind of get bored with computer gaming after a while, but I would like to get back to doing more videos, and I think um, putting this out here live and then going back and seeing how it turned out will probably encourage me to do um, a little more uh, game broadcasting. Maybe not a ton, but enough. For one thing, the Tenacious Golf Tour is about ready to do the Masters, so I feel like I probably should put that out there. That I did 3 tournaments over the Christmas holiday. I thought I was going to get a fourth in, but then the fourth was the Masters, and I'm like, you know what? Until I get hardware that's, excuse me, until I get hardware that allows me to not be sitting there lagging and getting mad at a computer, I would just wait and see how this turned out. And get to know some of the ins and outs of what's going on with this thing, and it's pretty nice. I thought about maybe I should even think about a different camera because this even has like a USB-C port, which is pretty dang fast, and they probably have cameras out there that run into that, but I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah. So Tenacious golf tour and stuff. Yeah, a tenacious tradition like no other. Yeah. Um, I'll have to go back and look at one of the old videos. I had made a little uh, tagline for the Masterful that was not the. It sort of echoed of the Masters tagline, but without being without being a repeat of the exact same one. So yeah, well, I've been playing quite a bit of the Soccer Blast. The my fictional football had kind of got put away. Now I did get. Let me see. Wait a minute. Here I am. Here I've come to save the day. So did get two things at Christmas time that relate to gaming. So um, I have. Well, tell you what. Let's let me do this real quick. There. That'll make it a little better. This looks back to normal. Although I would like this to be a little. Let's see. I would have thought that I could get this to be in. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's any better or not. Uh, Course Collection 21, which, I would say for those of you who are into the golf, Course Collection 20 for History Maker Golf was kind of a. I don't know. I'm sure some people got a kick out of it. I didn't invest in it because I don't know. I didn't necessarily think it was something that I would use, and um, I don't know. I think for some people that it's probably fine. But basically, what it was is a bunch of like standard golf hole type things that one could. A bunch of them. I don't know what it was. 50, 100, I don't know, different types of golf holes, and you could mix and match them how you want to kind of create your own course. And that just, it would be okay, but not really what I'm doing with the tour that I'm doing. So, waited for 21, which has Castle Pines, which I do think that one I will add into this tournament season. I think I had planned to do that anyway. Someone may have, I thought somebody had actually designed that one, but maybe not. Maybe word got out that they were doing that. So anyway, I kind of lost touch with that and everything. So, um, and then it's got a couple, I guess Dunes Golf, which is like, I guess it's probably like the TPC Myrtle Beach or something to that effect. And then there's a couple of other ones that are in the Caribbean that I don't know. Um, if I get through season 4 and get to season 5, maybe that will be. And actually, I do have the PNG, the latest PNG that I bought a little bit ago. Probably a year ago. That's sitting in there, so that would be season 5. And it's just I've been really slow in working through season 4. So maybe we will have the Tenacious tour take a trip to Bermuda or one of those places out in the Caribbean. But so that's one thing I got, and then the other thing I got, so what was happening? A lot of times with my parents, my mom will be like, "So what do you want for Christmas?" And then I get to thinking about what do I want and what would I use, and they're usually, I don't know, two different things, or the same thing but not really, or what would I use? I think I would use this, but I would really want this, and I do I really want this? I don't know. Maybe I'll get around to using it someday, and then so that's kind of the way it goes. And then I just said, you know what? I tend to buy this type of stuff, and then whether I get a chance to actually use it or not, I don't know. But at least I have it, and then the possibilities are there, right? So, the thing I don't want to do is pull the whole thing out. I just want to kind of get what I'm looking for here. Okay, I think this is the one that I want because it went along with the background I had there. So yeah, so this is 2024 football set. So yeah, so that's I don't know what I'll do with that. Maybe I'll eventually do some kind of like a Bills replay, which I know some people are like, oh boy, another team that he like replay. That's gone so well with the Phillies. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I get these things, and then it seems like why would I buy it if I'm not going to use it? But then if I'm scared of throwing a temper tantrum, then I'll never do anything in life. So um, so there's two things that I got for Christmas. Didn't get a whole lot of gaming stuff. Um, I don't know how this beard looks. I have a friend at work who said I look like scruffy and kind of degraded it. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep it going a while. I don't know. Just something different. I've had the goatee for quite a while since I stopped doing emergency response. They don't allow facial hair. You need to have be able to wear a mask on your face. So, um, you know, uh, self-contained breathing mask. I mean, not a COVID mask, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I mean, what I could do with this is I did uh, I called it the Tenacious Football League, NFL, NINFL, I think is what I called it, and 9 gives you 8 opponents, and playing them twice gives you a 16-team season, which is kind of nice for football. But I still have this. I still have Football America going, but I haven't played it in probably a month and a half because I got back into the soccer and then I played some golf tournaments. So I also did some of the horse racing, and I'm still not. It's funny. I bought the tennis. What was that? A year ago Thanksgiving. I don't think I played that a lick. Some people seem to like the racing. Um, I don't know. The betting odds are, you know, mildly interesting from a statistical standpoint, but I'm not really a. Let me see. Do I have some other chats here? This says top chat. Let's go live chat. Nah, so I see I might have a couple viewers here. If you are watching this, feel free to leave a comment. I have that right up there. I'm looking at it quite intently. So yeah, I don't know. I just kind of keep plugging along with the things that I have. Um, some would argue I probably should do things that are, um, real players, real teams, real stuff. But baseball demos. Uh, you got so Larry has number one crown and you have number 2 crown. So that's demos. You need to get on the. You need to get at it. This should be like a competition. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't. That's done by YouTube, and lucky them. Yeah, and actually, boy, I'll tell you what, demos. That is quite. I feel like that's quite insightful. That is. That's one of those that is not only a pun, but may have some grounding in reality there. So it's okay. It's a quick play. It, I guess, is like red, white, and blue. I had never played that one before. Um, yeah, that is the number one. Yeah, YouTube. What they can do is they can cause you to lose fans because when your number 2 fan who thinks they're number 1 finds out they're number 2, they're like, "Well, that's it. I'm done. Get on out." But nah. Anyway, I didn't want to get on here for too long. I just thought I would see how everybody is doing. Fishing and the truck driving. Yeah, and the who shot the president or whatever, or I don't know. Yes, I don't know. I mean, you have to appeal to audiences if you want to sell, right? And so I don't blame them for trying to do some off the wall things with games, but in this country, it's like you got the top 4 sports, and once you get away from that, it's sort of tough. And Keith did put out basketball, and that seems to get some love. So, you know, you can only go so far. And again, it's like it's it's a very I can be very demanding about how things end up working out. So in that fictional football, it's kind of easy to see the disparity in the teams, but like you also, if you think it should be similar to the NFL, you should see an Oakland Raiders or Las Vegas Raiders beat New England Patriots every once in a while. You should see the Atlanta Falcons, who weren't very good, Miami Dolphins, who weren't very good, beat Buffalo Bills every once in a while, right? That hasn't really happened in that. So, that's where it's like, I want I want things to make sense, but I also want surprises. And so I've been trying to find some of that stuff in. The Soccer Blast has a little bit more of that. And I think um, maybe the football game, there's just so many transactions that happen within the football game as far as plays. It's like the longer a play is, the more that the ups and downs kind of get smoothed out, and you get a more of a compendium, right? You get more of the comprehensive. Oh, this is and that's kind of the reason I threw in midweek injuries and some other adjustments that may come up from, say, somebody getting a little hurt at practice or tired or whatever. The fictional football is to try and get a couple of these good teams to maybe have some things to overcome, and maybe give a couple of the other teams a little bit of a chance without it being too ginned up. I don't want it to be goofy. Do you want the Um, yeah. So yeah, demos. I get you with that, and the golf game is a pretty good game. Um, I have enjoyed it, and the fictional stuff is fine. I think um, I'm kind of surprised I haven't gotten out one of the real seasons that I do own. I think I just got, you kind of get into something, and we have lives and jobs and families and stuff, and so you just don't have time to do everything that you want to do. Um, so yeah, leave it at that. just, ooh, guess what? I just noticed that Larry has been dethroned by demos. So poor Larry, I'm sorry that I had nothing to do with it. Maybe next time. Or who knows, maybe if you throw another comment in there, you'll get back to number one. It seems pretty arbitrary at this point. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get going here. Yeah, demos. I guess you still got baseball going. You just chug on the baseball, and that's good. I I probably, when I got into APBA, I probably should have stuck with something that was a little less. Should have stuck with something that was a little less stressful for me. Larry, um, whether you resemble it or smell like it, I don't know. That's so, it's for you can ask the neighbors, I guess. Uh, so anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here because I think my wife's home from work and uh, she probably has some Stratton History Maker. That's another one I should get out. That would be a good one to get back out again. History Maker Baseball. Well, and Strat. I haven't played Strat in probably 7 years. Maybe not quite that long. I did play some Strat football for a while, but I don't know. All right, well, that's it from here. Happy New Year. Keep rolling games. I'll see you soon back out here.